Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a pressing issue to discuss. Tensions have escalated as Philippine vessels collide with Chinese ships in the Scarborough Shoal. But before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on our latest videos. Now, let's get started. The Scarborough Shoal, a disputed territory in the South China Sea, has once again become the focal point of geopolitical tensions. In a recent incident, Philippine vessels found themselves in a collision course with Chinese ships, sparking concerns and raising questions about the future of maritime relations in the region. To understand the gravity of the situation, let's take a trip down history lane. The Scarborough Shoal has been a source of contention between neighboring countries for years. Its strategic location and rich marine resources make it a prized possession, leading to overlapping claims and disputes. On January 31st, tensions escalated when Philippine vessels found themselves in a standoff with Chinese counterparts. The clash raises concerns about the freedom of navigation, international law, and the implications for the South China Sea region. The incident isn't just a maritime clash, it has far-reaching geopolitical implications. With nations closely watching, how will this altercation impact the delicate balance of power in the region? The collision has sparked concerns globally. Experts weigh in on the potential consequences for international relations, the economy, and the stability of the region. Will diplomatic channels be able to diffuse the situation, or are we headed for more turbulent waters? The recent incidents in the Scarborough Shoal involving Chinese vessels and those of the Philippines have raised international concern. The Chinese ships reportedly used water cannons to target Philippine vessels, causing damage and endangering the crew members. The Philippines and the United States have condemned these actions, with the U.S. expressing strong support for the Philippines. China has maintained a constant presence in the area and claims sovereignty over almost the entire South China Sea, a claim that is disputed by neighboring countries. What is the Scarborough Shoal and why is it disputed? The Scarborough Shoal is a disputed atoll in the South China Sea, claimed by both the Philippines and China. It has been a focal point of tension due to its strategic location and the rich fishing grounds it provides. The area has been a traditional fishing ground for several countries, and its ownership is a subject of legal and geopolitical dispute. The dispute between China and the Philippines over the Scarborough Shoal has its roots in the 1990s, and it has escalated over the years, leading to various confrontations and diplomatic tensions. The shoal's significance is further amplified by its location within the 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone (EEZ) of the Philippines. As defined by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. China's claim of sovereignty over the shoal is based on its controversial 9-line map, which is not recognized under international law. The legal and geopolitical complexities surrounding the Scarborough Shoal have made it a long-standing point of contention in the South China Sea region. The recent incidents involving Chinese vessels using water cannons against Philippine ships in the Scarborough Shoal have further heightened tensions and raised international concerns. The actions of the Chinese vessels have been condemned by the Philippines and the United States, with the U.S. expressing strong support for the Philippines in this matter. What is the current status of the Scarborough Shoal dispute? The current status of the Scarborough Shoal dispute remains contentious. The atoll is claimed by both the Philippines and China, with the Philippines asserting that the shoal falls within its 200 nautical mile exclusive economic zone, EEZ, as defined by the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS. China, on the other hand, claims sovereignty over the shoal based on its controversial 9-line map, which is not recognized under international law. Tensions have been further fueled by recent incidents, including the use of water cannons by Chinese vessels against Philippine ships, prompting strong condemnation from the Philippines and the United States. The area is also a traditional fishing ground for several countries, adding to the complexity of the dispute. The legal and geopolitical intricacies surrounding the Scarborough Shoal continue to make it a focal point of contention in the South China Sea region. The dispute remains unresolved, and the ongoing tensions underscore the need for diplomatic efforts to address the competing claims and prevent further escalation in the region. The Spratly Islands, a hotly contested region, have once again become the center of attention as China deploys ships to assert its claims over almost the entire South China Sea. In a recent incident, a China Coast Guard vessel, numbered 5203, collided with an armed forces of the Philippines contracted resupply boat about 25 kilometers from 2nd Thomas Shoal. The Philippine Government Task Force condemned China's dangerous blocking maneuvers and accused the Chinese vessel of causing the collision. China, on the other hand, claims that the collision occurred because the resupply boat ignored multiple warnings and deliberately passed through law enforcement in an unprofessional and dangerous manner. State broadcaster CCTV, citing the foreign ministry, referred to the collision as a slight collision. In a separate incident, a Philippine Coast Guard vessel escorting a routine resupply mission was bumped by what the Philippine Task Force identified as a Chinese maritime militia vessel. China countered, accusing the Philippine boat of deliberately stirring up trouble by reversing into a Chinese fishing vessel. China claims almost the entire South China Sea, disregarding an international ruling that deems its assertion baseless. The South China Sea is a crucial waterway for trillions of dollars in trade annually. Experts have long warned about potential collisions as China asserts its dominance over these waters. J. Batong Bakal, director of the University of the Philippines Institute for Maritime Affairs and Law of the Sea, weighed in, stating that the Chinese Coast Guard likely intentionally collided with the Philippine resupply vessel to gauge Manila's response and test the resolve of the Philippines' ally, Washington. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the Philippine encounter with Chinese vessels in the Scarborough Shoal. If you found this video informative, give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments below. Stay informed, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video.